Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we are tackling a really fundamental infrastructure challenge.
The big one.
A huge one. How do you move an incredible amount of uncompressed video? We're talking a blistering 18 gigabits per second of data over a long distance and lose absolutely nothing.
Right. And if you've ever worked on a professional installation, you know that's the headache. It's always the headache.
So what's the tech we're looking at?
We're focusing on the Blustream HEX18G-KIT. It's an HDBaseT extender set.
Okay, so HDBaseT, that's pretty much the industry standard for sending all these signals over a simple T cable.
Exactly. And our goal here is to really break down their big promise, the key phrase they use: advanced, uncompressed, unconverted.
That sounds like marketing speak, but it's actually a massive technical claim.
It is. They're essentially saying they aren't using clever tricks or compression to squeeze the signal down.
They're moving the raw data.
The raw data.
Yeah.
And they're doing it with the heaviest signal you can throw at it. Uncompressed HDMI 2.0. Full 4K, 60 frames a second.
And with 4.4.4 chroma subsampling, which, for our listeners, just means full, perfect color information. No shortcuts.
Precisely. It's bit-for-bit accuracy.
Okay, so let's unpack that. How far can they actually push that uncompromising 18 gigabit signal before the image starts to degrade?
This is where it gets genuinely impressive, especially for copper wire. It supports the full 18 Gbps spec, so you're getting that 4K, 60 hertz, 4.4.4 signal up to 100 meters.
100 meters.
100 meters. And, you know, if you're just running standard 1080p, that distance goes up to 150 meters.
And this is all happening over a single standard Cat6a cable, not some exotic fiber.
That's the beauty of it. It dramatically simplifies the cabling infrastructure.
So you're keeping that ultimate picture quality.
Absolutely. And it supports all the latest HDR resolutions, too. So we're talking HDR10, HDR10 Plus bin, and Dolby Vision. The color depth, the contrast, it's all preserved.
Of course, when you're moving high-end video like that, you run into the necessary evil of content protection.
Right, and security has to be paramount.
So what's the story there?
The system is fully compliant with HDCP 2.3. That's the latest standard. But, and this is really important for longevity, it's also backward compatible with 2.2 and even the older 1.4.
Which keeps it relevant as your sources and displays change over time.
Exactly.
Now, this is where I feel like we move from just a simple extender to more of a system manager. Moving video is one thing.
But if you can't control the devices or manage the audio, the solution is incomplete. That's the real insight here.
Okay.
This kit doesn't bottleneck the audio. It handles, all known HDMI audio formats, even the high-end stuff like Dolby Atmos and DTS HD master audio.
And the control side of things.
That's integrated too. You get bi-directional IR and RS-232 pass-through.
So for someone who isn't familiar, what does that mean in practice?
It means your remote control signals or more complex commands between devices, they travel right alongside the video and audio on that one cable.
So you could be 100 meters away at the display and still change the input on the source device.
You got it. Change the input, control the volume, anything.
And for the people actually installing this, I have to imagine that power over cable, or PC, is a huge time saver.
Oh, it's a massive deal. It's bidirectional PC.
Meaning you can power it from either end of the chain.
Either end. You just plug the single 24-volt power supply into the transmitter or the receiver, and the other unit gets its juice right through the STEC cable.
So you don't need a power outlet at both ends. That's great.
It is. But if you're looking for the single most important feature for just pure long-term reliability, it has to be the HDMI reclocking.
Yes. The magic that solves those random, infuriating HDMI problems.
Exactly. HDMI signals can be fragile, and handshake failures are common. The signal gets a bit messy traveling 100 meters. So the reclocking feature on the receiver, it essentially regenerates the signal, it cleans it up, stabilizes the timing, and makes sure a perfect data stream hits the display.
So it adds a serious layer of robustness to the whole system.
It makes the system incredibly robust. It minimizes those HDCP failures and handshake issues.
Okay, so if we pull this all together, Blustream has solved the core problem.
Yeah.
Moving raw.
Yeah.
18 gig data, 100 meters.
Yep. And then they layered on all the necessary intelligence, full audio support, bidirectional control, the PC convenience.
And that crucial reliability from the reclocking.
It's just a really comprehensive solution for any professional environment.
And that brings me to a final thought for you to chew on. The physical units themselves, the transmitter and receiver, they're tiny. We're talking 95 by 116 millimeters.
They're barely bigger than a deck of cards.
Exactly. So how does packing this much high bandwidth performance into such a miniaturized format impact the future of how we distribute these massive data requirements across complex space